Sometimes human beings malfunction. We burn the candle at both ends. We're making bad decisions. We're eating snails, drinking alcohol, watching the news. You can just become overburdened. You might get a cold. You might get some pain somewhere. You might think, oh, I'll just go see my doctor. He'll help me get better because he loves me. Does he? This video is not controversial in my mind. If you're not willing to accept what I'm going to say, I think it's just your level of brainwashing over the years. You've come to accept Western medicine as the top of the mountain. They're the smartest. Look at their hospitals. It's so techy. They got machines. I don't even understand how they work. If I get sick, I'm going to go to them. They know the best. Like all the other alternatives, they're bad alternatives, like a value village of health. Ayurveda, what the hell is that? Ancient Indians rubbing mercury pellets. I don't understand Ayurveda. I see that now. I once saw a little documentary. This Ayurvedic practitioner, he was like, look, I will make my wife swallow this mercury, but since it's wrapped in this herb or leaf, she'll be fine. And she did it, and they didn't follow up. So I don't know how she is today, but point is today, I just want to tell you a little story about what happened to my fiance's mother. This might be hard for some people to accept unless you've been through the system like I have. I had ulcerative colitis. I went to a doctor. He stuck a camera up my ass. That's why I started my camera channel. I became fascinated with cameras ever since that moment. And he saw strange things. He was like, you have ulcerative colitis. And I was like, okay, there we have a plan. And he said, there's no cure. Just so you know that. Diet has nothing to do with it. Eat whatever you want. Cheese, we have some downstairs. There's McDonald's down in our hospital. Convenient, isn't it? Just go eat that. You'll be on medication for the rest of your life, and then eventually you'll remove your colon, and then you'll be fine. I never believed it. I thought that was insane, and I took their meds, and out of fear, I was on them for a long time. They only made me worse. Initially, it felt like it helped in the first 2 weeks, and then for 6 years, I just damaged my liver and kidneys and every other organ system. And so I saw it firsthand that doctors don't know what the hell they're doing when it comes to just general well-being. They can operate on you. There's some things like, oh, I have a clogged artery. Boom, we do shit that's weird. Give you a pig heart. Okay, wow. You're very smart, but for general health, there's just don't go there. You're gonna die quicker. Everybody who has cancer dies of the treatment and the fear. If you just had that cancer diagnosis and you're like, okay, I have that, and did nothing, you'd likely, don't quote me on this, but you'd likely be much better than going through chemo and all their weird shit. Now, this isn't some controversy where all doctors are evil people and they're trying to kill you. They're just taught the evil protocol to give you medicine that they don't know is harming you. It's so bad because these people are smart, they're determined, like they've been through medical school 8 years. Anybody who could actually make it through that is like such a kind, caring, smart, and will-powered being of the night. So like, I respect doctors. It's too bad you've been taken advantage of and learned all the wrong shit, just like I have been doing for the last 8 years on YouTube. You trust me. Western medicine has too many strange symbols. I don't like the symbolism where a lot of serpents, a lot of swords, stabby things, flat earth maps. I don't like all this insider knowledge you have, using it against us, all these organizations, the World Health Organization, a lot of these companies, they're in control of a lot of situations here and protocols being developed. I didn't sign up for that, did I? Take the power back. You can take it, just don't listen to them and go do your own thing. Okay, let me get into this story about my fiance's mother. She had a tumor on her leg, got chemo, got rid of it, but it just spread, came back even worse. She ends up with like lung cancer, and we get a call saying she's got days to weeks to live. And as you'll see, when doctors, you've heard that story a million times. Oh, you have 3 months to live. You know why that is? I know it now. Because it's a planned murder, and they know exactly how long it will take if you follow their advice. Because there's so many stories of, I ignored that advice, went and did my own thing. Here I am 17 years later. I'm still alive 3 months? You're crazy. No, it's 3 months if you follow and take their medicines and do everything they say. You'll be dead in 3 months exact by the day they can calculate it. That's the truth. So we go up to Ottawa. My fiance wants to see her for the last time, maybe. And she had this apartment full of stuff, and we're cleaning that out. And like, she's on all this medication, and my girlfriend's trying to help her, just like give her natural advice and getting vitamin C into her and like vitamin D and some kombucha, and like it was far gone. She needed much more than that. If it was me, I would have her on like nothing but grapes and kombucha and some herbs and like, we can do this. That was unlikely. Once the medical system have you, like, it's too poisonous. You have to stop that poison first, and then maybe you have a chance. So like, she's trying to help her. It was a very stressful ordeal, and we find out that she is taking the worst drug possible. It's called Remedy Desolation. Veering off the side road. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say that. Death. A veer. Yeah. I've heard some very controversial opinions on what that actually is. I've heard that snakes produce it. And why would that ever be in the body? I don't know what doctors are doing these days and weird stuff. So anyway, we find out she's on that, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me, we have to get her off that. And she was having all these side effects, like feeling terrible. She had like fluid in the lungs and like buildup of fluid everywhere, pain in her liver's that side. And so like, we showed her side effect symptoms of this drug, you're taking it. And she's like, oh my God, why am I on this? And she refused it. But it was too late, man. That shit will kill you in 10 days. So as my fiance was helping her mother, she was actually getting better, and her doctor came in one day and he was confused. He was like, this is weird, your heart, like there's less fluid around your heart. That shouldn't be. Like, he was dumbfounded that she was actually improving slightly. He was like, this isn't supposed to happen. You're supposed to be dead. It was helping, and then she got on some morphine or something, and she became utterly brain dead, like just so exhausted, couldn't talk, and within 2 days after that, she was dead. Now, to add some controversy to the mix here, as we were cleaning up her apartment, we noticed a lot of stuff. She ate pretty healthy. Like, I was cleaning out that fridge and the cupboard. She had like a lot of organic stuff, some kombucha in there. Like, I would eat a lot of this. Although people, just because you bought the food doesn't mean you actually ate like that. Just because it's in your house doesn't mean you weren't getting McDonald's a lot of the times and chocolate bars. But she had a lot of well-balanced, omnivore, healthy, good stuff in her house. She ate well, but we found a lot of little pharmaceutical receipts, and she was on like 15 drugs like for years. But what pushed her over the top, in my opinion, and fiance's, she got pressured into letting monkeys swim in her body during the last couple years. I think y'all are knowing what's going on here. As soon as she got that, tumor pops up. That was, I'm not making any correlations here, but she went downhill from that moment. Her fiance, that wasn't English, my fiance's dad, same thing. They both, it was once they got the third one, they both dropped. Dad is dead, mom is dead. Within like 3 months of that. I'm not saying you shouldn't go get 4 or 7? What's the mandate now? I don't know. Is it 7? And then you're fully allowed to like take a bus or something. I don't know what the rules are anymore. It's fun times ahead for all of us. That's all I know for sure. So once she got that, life over. And then she gets on like crazy stuff. She tests positive for you know what. And then they're putting her on drugs for that, which is the death of here. You can't heal the body by poisoning it. We're sick because of the poisons. Get rid of the poisons, clean out. Whether you believe in like Dr. Moore's hippie stuff or other ways, carnivore cleanse, whatever, I'm with you. But you can't just keep adding in toxins and, oh, I'm better now. I added a worse toxin than the one that was in my body, and that toxin pushed out the other one, and then I'll get rid of this one myself later. Grapes, bitch. So it got me thinking, this has developed my compassion for people because it's scary to have some sort of health condition. You don't know what's happening. You want help, and you think you can trust doctors, so you go there, and you don't even know that, like, there's families that started that whole Western medicine, and they've not been known to be doing good things on this earth. It's bad. But like, you're scared. I get it. I could say if I had something serious with me, I might consider a doctor at some point. Like a broken arm for sure. Even that, I might not want to go in there. But like, I have this hernia mesh in my body. Like, doctors did that to me. I allowed it. I accepted it. I was 15. That should not be allowed. I should not be able to make these decisions. But like, they put that in. It still hurts. That sucks. One day I'm gonna have to go see a doctor to remove it. I'm not gonna go to a Chinese medicine practitioner for that. Just like throw an herbal patch on there. That's not gonna do it. I need the Western medicine to fix their problem. So it's like, I get it. There's situations where you're afraid you're gonna go see a doctor, but I'm telling you, don't start swallowing anything that they give to you. Don't put their creams on your body. You have an eczema patch. Oh, steroid cream. Okay, how come I'm so tired now? My adrenals don't work anymore. What was that? One of the it is. It's the main effect. Oh, that's not worth it, really. I'd rather have the rash. The worst part of the whole thing is, on her death certificate, I guarantee you, you know what it's gonna say. CV1. And add another number to that. Death. Even though it's like cancer, medication poisoning, you died of this. People die of like car accidents. Oh, let's test him. That's positive. Oh, death by this. They get paid for it. I've heard various numbers. I thought it was 13 grand. I've heard up to 40 for that. If you write that on the death certificate, it's a business. Why didn't I finish saying death certificate? I cut too many corners here. All I want to leave you with is most illnesses and diseases can be treated and overcome naturally without poisoning the body with strange medications that have purposeful side effects. And then like they counteract that with another drug. And then before you know it, you're on 7 or 8 drugs. And then in Canada, it's free for us. Oh, that's so blessed. We get this free health care. How come real stuff isn't free? I can't go get acupuncture for free. Where's my like physical health training? Who needs that? The Monkey Strength book is available. If the only free thing is poison, how is that good? It's like free snake bites, free cougar attacks. Why? No, thank you. Free swimming with the great white shark. We haven't fed him yet. You could be his meal. That's not a benefit. It's not a benefit. Leave me alone, Western medicine. You've done nothing but harm most of our world on purpose. And go to hell. You will soon. And there we have that. So There's some stuff that could be good in that world. And just because you're a doctor doesn't mean you're going straight to Satan's lounge to play checkers. You could redeem yourself. But most doctors, they study afterwards. They don't learn a lot of health information in that school. And then, since they were so smart, they could actually decipher some science and teach you nutrition better than I could. I doubt it. But there we have that. So, we're done. Do you agree? Of course you do. You're thumbing the video up. Look at all the thumbs up down there. Some people might thumb this video down, but I know why. It's likely because they're on 17 medications, and the 14th one, to counteract the side effects of the 13th, has clearly messed your mind up. You're confused. You have a pet raccoon, probably. They have sharp hands. Hands, not claws. I'm gonna leave. Be careful. Just be on edge. Just use that intuition to tell you, is this good advice or is this killing me? I obviously haven't figured it out. I'm on a keto diet. My cholesterol is like 906. I'll get somewhere good soon. Thank you for watching and subscribing. Thank you, YouTube, for promoting this video, even though you're owned by pharmaceutical agents of the night. You promote it. Promote your death, YouTube. Yeah. Then you'll be saved.